Okay, so on to the next performance in Roz's Martian Sonic Odyssey series, man. It's been a very cool series so far. It's all Hua Chenyu, so if you're only jumping on now, just to let you know, we're doing all Hua Chenyu. There's 8 reactions prior to this one that you can go back and watch in the series, and then we're continuing with Hua Chenyu moving forward until the end of the series, right? This one over here is a medley of songs. It's a 26 minute video, so it's quite long. We're going to try and not pause that much, or else it's just going to land up being an unbelievably long video, and it will just be a long video that's irritating. So we're going to try and just let it play as much as possible without pausing, right? And just enjoy the actual performances and enjoy the 11 covers of the song, of the different songs. So yeah, so this one over here is Hua Chenyu, medley of 11 covers in the Mars concert in Beijing, Bird Nest, whatever. Let's rock and roll. Let's see what we've got over here. Let's go. The premise of the song. So it's basically even on an unremarkable journey, so it feels like your life is fairly unremarkable, there are great moments, and those are the moments that you need to be focusing on. You need to be focusing on the good parts, the things that bring you hope, right? Everyone's life is somewhat unremarkable to a certain degree, right? But while you go through those unremarkable moments, what makes them remarkable is how you deal with that adversity and how you push out of those hard times. Right, so it's all a song about just uplifting. It's like, it's okay. Everyone goes through hardships in their lives and things like that. But how you flip an unremarkable life into a remarkable life is when you pick your burdens up off the ground and you carry them and you show that you are more resilient than your problems. Do you know what I mean? I love that. Let's go. I like this look on him. Great stage set over here. I feel like that always makes sense to me in terms of the stage design. Like, that's something I saw with U2 as well, where they did a 360 tour. It just makes sense that if you're doing a concert in a stadium, it should be in the middle of the field, and then having like a 360 sort of all the spectators in the stand, and when you're moving from side to side to side, it just makes more sense. It never made sense to me that, you know, they put the stage right at the end close off that section so that nobody can sit there and everyone's watching from this side. I mean, maybe it's based on tickets and whatever else, but even when I watch like Coldplay, it made sense to do a 360 vibe, because then you got fans all the way around you and you can go from one stage to the next and to the next, well, from one side of the stage to the next side of the stage. And it just, you've always got this interactivity. It's not like there's just this dead space behind you, right? So I like the idea of actually setting it all up as a 360 thing in the middle of the field. It just makes sense. Warrior vibe over here on this actual particular track. I don't know if it's the same track or if I think it's actually moving on to a separate track now. It doesn't sound the same. I think he's just literally transitioning smoothly into each track over here. But this sounds more warrior-like. This over here sounds like it's a call to a battle. Let's go. Sorry, I'm not going to pause again after this, but in White Snow, I'm saying in this song, I will pause eventually, but in White Snow, Summer Nights, I do not stop. It doesn't actually matter. I will continue. It doesn't matter what the conditions are out there, right? My resolve is way greater. It doesn't matter. The terrain, it doesn't matter what it is. I am disciplined and I am going to do what I need to do either way. And that's some warrior mentality right there. Let's go. Actually, this is unnecessary. Great vocal range though. Amazing. It's crazy to see where he's come from and how far he's gone. Child. Okay. Hey, I got one of those. I got one of those. Let me join the party over here. Go. Hey. I think we've reacted to the song over here, and the song is absolutely epic. Epic, epic, epic. I love this song. To this. that an actual tattoo on his chest over there? Do you guys know? Is that just like sort of painted on, or did he actually tattoo that rose on his chest over there? I've never seen that tattoo before, so it'd be interesting to find out. And why the rose? Because he's layered, and roses have layers. Could be. He looks like a proper rock star though. Transitions are so damn good that I'm actually struggling to figure out whether it's the same song or not. I'm like, wait a second, is this the same song? Like, he's literally just blending so well into each track that I'm almost like, oh wait, are we still on Child over here? I'm not even sure anymore. Stage setting is insane. Beautiful. I mean, a little stage setting I love that. That line over there, he has no answer, so he turns and walks towards the oceans. He turns and walks towards the mountains. I fucking think that is so fantastic. It's like, I have no answers, and the only way I'm going to find the answers is if I test myself. And how do I test myself? Go to uncharted territory, go to rough terrain, go to where I need to climb higher, and the conditions are going to be hard. The conditions are going to be painful. Like going to the oceans, the conditions are going to be painful. I'm going to have to swim, and I'm going to have to tread water. But the only way I'm going to get the answers, the only way I'm going to find myself is to test myself. And I like that. There's another switch, another transition switch. Second, we haven't heard this track before. We haven't heard this before. I mean, he's rapping like crazy over here. Maybe I have. I mean, I've reacted to so many Hua Chenyus. It's actually quite crazy. But he's absolutely spitting over here. But this is kind of like a rock type vibe, and he's just spitting on a rock beat over here. Rockstar. That's some rockstar shit right there. I love these stage presence. Crowd pleaser. the track. Nunchucks. Okay, we've reacted to nunchucks before. We've broken down nunchucks before. We've gone through all of the lyrics over there. Right? I'm loving this thing. This thing is kind of like very commanding. It's almost like I've got my own wand over here. Right? I feel very powerful with this thing. Like, hey, you listen to me over here. Right? This is not a democracy. This is my own level of theocracy, actually. Okay, let me draw you in. Ooh, okay, enough with that. Okay, let's go. I love that. Very traditional. Set right there. Fire. There's a psychological element over here with the way he actually comports himself and presents himself on stage. There's a psychological element over here that actually sort of permeates through the crowd over here. A lot of artists look like they're performing. They look like they go there. They've got like they've got a certain way about going about their show, and it looks structured. It looks professional, and it looks like, you know, okay, we're doing this part to this part and this part and this part. It's not to say that he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that sort of structure over there, but the way he comports himself on stage is almost like he's one of his own fans. He's so nimble and so like weightless to a certain degree, in the sense that it feels like he's just doing this thing that he loves as if this was kind of like in his living room. Do you know what I mean? It feels so unscripted that it's just like he's just rolling through it as if he's doing karaoke in his lounge, and he's like, all right, I'm just gonna do this track, and he's just rolling through the 11 tracks, and it's so easy. He's got such a like calm notion where I kind of feel that also just psychologically makes the people feel so much more comfortable with him. Do you know what I mean? It feels like that you're just one of us. Do you know what I mean? You're one of us, you're on the stage and you feel so light and things like that. There's none of these like, okay, these rigid dance performances. This is how you need to dance. This is how you need to do it. You need to synchronize in this way and that kind of thing. None of that. Like, he's just walking around and he's just enjoying himself, talking, doing his own little movements, being eccentric, doing what he does for himself, which I absolutely love about him. And it's one thing that I also appreciate about Tyler Joseph as well, from 21 Pilots. He's got such a weird, eccentric way about him on stage, very much like Hua Chenyu, that makes you just feel comfortable with him. It's just like, he's just himself. It's okay to be awkward and eccentric and just be whatever. I'm going to just be who I am in my own skin, whether you like it or you don't like it. I'm not going to go down the professional route to try and see if we can formulate a certain structure to this show. It just feels natural, and that's what makes it so easy to consistently watch. Anyway, that's my own little thing. You tell me if you agree with me down in the comment section, man. Let's go. Skateboard shoes! We just reacted to my skateboard shoes as an individual reaction. If you haven't seen that, just go back and take a look at that. And sorry, I actually broke down that. I said I wasn't going to pause that much, but fuck, you know me. I actually broke that down. I had my own little theory about this song. Very cool track list.
这个城市，这么所有的街都没有。他说将来会找到了，时间会给我答案。星期天再寻找，依然没有发现。1个月后我去第2个城市，这里的人们称它为魅力之都。醒过来很快，夜幕就要降临，我想我必须要离开。当我正要走时，我看到一家专卖店，那就是我要的滑板鞋，那就是我要的滑板鞋。我的滑板鞋时尚，时尚最时尚。在这路上，我情不自禁摩擦，摩擦摩，在这光滑的地上，摩擦，在这光滑的地上。
Not even getting tired. Yeah, I don't know the words, but I love this part. Here we go. We've listened to all of these songs individually, but they hit different in concert, right? I listened to My Skateboard Shoes as a separate, kind of like a show thing, right? It wasn't in concert. The song hits different in a concert because of that energy you get from the crowd. You don't realize that it's actually a crowd pleaser song until you see it in the actual format of a concert, which I think is fire.
完成我最喜欢的舞蹈，在这美丽的月光下，在这美丽的街道上，我告诉自己这是真的，这不是梦。我告诉自己这是真的。
Flammable and explosive. Have we reacted to this one? I'm not sure.
人不中间，爱人我吗？有蓝天看我痴狂，爱让我有段中间。
Ooh, a bit more dramatic over here.
爱要我伤不着人助我从此，心头还助我无悔，不独为我了然。爱为我什么是深途？
Oh, this track is fire, man. Have we reacted to this already? Flammable and explosive? I'm pretty sure we have. It's got such a Broadway feel to it as well. It's got a very dramatic, somewhat powerful, atmospheric feel to it. Come on, man. I think we have reacted to this. Fake Monk! We've reacted to Fake Monk before. You can go take a look at that breakdown. Also broke down the lyrics on that. that riding guitar over there as well. For a fan cam, you can see this is fan cam. For a fan cam, it's not too bad. I'm not usually too content with fan cam stuff, but this actually isn't too bad. I can actually hear things okay. I love this part. So one thing I love about this song is the rawness in his voice, right? It comes across with so much conviction. I love the rawness in his voice over here, right? It's got that raspiness that kind of like, you know, it crawls under your skin there. You It's a fun one. Have we ever reacted to this? That it's like, you know what, people are envious of you is because sometimes it'll be because, you know, they were ones that were young like you. If they could go back to their youth knowing what they know now, they would change many things. And I always say that's one of my favorites. My favorite quotes is unfortunately the youth is given to the young, because, you know, if you gave youth to the old and wise, things would be very different. But unfortunately, we're going to make our mistakes as youth, and that's part of being young, and that's actually what makes being young very beautiful. Is while you're making like crazy mistakes, you're still young and able to, and have the strength and the energy to fix that and to get out of that. That's why I'm saying, like, you know, you see in today's world where you have the youth who are 18 and 20 just not motivated and depressed and down and not able to handle their problems. It's like, you're fucking young, god damn it. You're young. This is your time. This is when you're supposed to battle the waves. You're supposed to battle the mountains. Come on, man. Like, this is your time. Test yourself. Test how far you can push your existence. Test how far you can push your heart, how far you can push your strength, how far you can push your mental capacity. Test it. Do you know what I mean? To sit there and be depressed and down and wanting to sleep and not wanting to tackle life by the horns when you're young? Come on, man. It's a travesty. It's a travesty. You're wasting beating hearts. You know what I mean? From the moment you are born, you are busy dying, you are not busy living, right? Because every breath you take is closer to the grave. How do you waste breath like that, specifically when you're young? You know what I mean? Look at everything as an opportunity. Look at all of your adversity as an opportunity. Look at all of your problems as something that you can conquer, right? Show the virtue in yourself. That's where the virtue lies. The virtue lies in the fact that life can get hard, but it's not about the trouble you put yourself in. It's about the way you get yourself out of trouble. That shows your adversity. That's where your virtue is. That's what makes you someone that is remarkable, someone that is exceptional, is that human beings make mistakes. But how do you get yourself out of those mistakes? How do you rectify them? How do you build on top of that? That's where the virtue lies. It's crazy to see a young generation that's so demoralized and unmotivated. Get up, get going, get up and get going. Get up, do your fucking bed and do shit. Stop being depressed, stop being, and get, well, the most important thing is anybody that is going to tell you that it is okay to not be okay, and it's okay to just, if you're not feeling good this week and you don't know, do things outside of your feelings. Your feelings have absolutely nothing to do with fucking anything. Absolutely nothing. Discipline is the most important thing. Feelings are throwaway, completely throwaway, right? If it means that this morning you had to wake up, if I had to wake up this morning and I had to do reactions outside of other issues that I have to handle, whether it be family issues or other business issues, right, that I physically can't do reactions. But if I wake up in the morning and I don't feel like doing reactions, I do them anyway, outside of how I feel about doing them. I can wake up sad, I do it anyway. I wake up unmotivated, I do it anyway. You know what I mean? You do what you've got to do anyway. That's what discipline means, right? You don't operate, your life shouldn't operate through your feelings. It should operate through discipline. If you've got stuff to do today and you're sad, well, then you do those things while you're sad. And by the end of the day, once you've done them, you realize, actually, I don't feel so bad anymore because I was actually productive. Discipline is more important than your feelings. Very cool song. I love that. Sorry, you are, because the only reason I'm pausing here is because I haven't heard the song before, but it says you are whatever you think of yourself. Correct, 100%. And it goes down to that other saying, like, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're dead right. If you think you can't, you're not going to be able to do it. If you think you can do it. Nothing is fucking impossible. Absolutely nothing. And when people say, oh, well, I've tried everything, bullshit, because if you've tried everything, you would have solved it. Right? Nothing is impossible to solve. If you've tried everything, it means you would have solved it eventually. It just means that you haven't tried everything and you're not looking at other avenues. You're not looking outside of your common train of thought, essentially. So, and when it comes down to who you are as a person and what you think of yourself, correct. If you think of yourself as a loser, well then yes, you are a loser. You know what I mean? If you think yourself as a winner, then you are a winner. You will have that mentality all of the time, right? That's the mentality to have. It's time to armor plate your mind. Armor plate your mind, right? And the things that you dislike are the things that you must tackle first. It's the same thing. If you hate to run, that's why you should run, because that's how you armor plate your mind. Get used to telling your mind that you are the one that controls it and not the other way around. You are in control of your mind. So if you hate to run, you run because that's how you control your mind. That's how you armor plate your mind. And you say, I will do the things I dislike first because my mind cannot control the things that I need to do. Do you know what I mean? So it's about armor plating your mind. It's not always easy, and obviously we are human and people go through like weaknesses and things like that, but it's always important to be like that. The moment that creeps into your mind where it's like, oh, I don't really feel like doing that, that's why you have to do it. You have to do it because you need to train your mind and you need to create those neural pathways that eventually make these acts that you don't like habitual. It's like, I'm going to do it anyway because I have to do it, and I'm going to teach my mind that it doesn't control me, I control it. Come on. What a cool, happy song. song. Concert this,
Give me a second eye. I need to guide my story straight. My friends are means of
fire!
Then the empire still
I love this song.
She's waiting for.
I love this song. I can't believe he actually covered this. This is fire. Oh my god. Let's go back. Wait a second.
Give me a second eye.
I need to
I
get my
need to guide my
story
story straight. My friends are means of paths from getting higher than the empire still my lover. She's waiting for me just across by my seats. Been taken by some sunglasses, asking about sky. So you find the time, the bar closes, and you feel like falling down, and carry you home.
Tonight. This is such a classic. Fire, bro. What a track. I love that he's covering that. Beautiful song.
The bar closes and you feel like falling down, and we carry you home. Tonight.
Amazing. That says a concert is packed. Because I am what I say I am, and if I will die if this is an Eminem track. Come on.
I am what I am.我永远都爱这样的我。快乐是
Beautiful song.
快乐的方式不止一种。最荣幸是，谁都是造物者的梦。
You don't hear that often. We are all the pride of a creator. People don't believe that. People believe that. Oh, no. This is just all a mathematical anomaly over here. You know what I mean? Nah, nobody created us. Why? Because if somebody created us, it means that we need to comport ourselves in a certain way that is just. And nobody wants to be just anymore. Everybody wants to just be this bag of flesh that chases temptations and decadences, and they know deep down within them that that is sinful. They know deep down within them that that counters the purpose of the soul, and it goes right, it rubs up against the soul in an incorrect way, And that's why we feel depressed and demotivated. And that's why we feel like we have no purpose. That's why we don't appreciate or accept our identities. That's why, we turn to all these vices and things like that, is because there's nothing greater than us that we serve, that we are in service to, even if it's there or not there, at the end of the day. One of those sayings that I absolutely love the most is that, we don't need more people believing in a God. We need more people acting as if one exists. Maybe one doesn't exist, but if we act as if one exists, then within ourselves, within our souls, we become that God. We become the embodiment of something great, of something moral, of something virtuous. Do you know what I mean? Where we can act with dignity for ourselves and for our souls. We can act with restraint because we know the difference between good and bad. We know that we don't sell ourselves and sell our flesh for the monetary gain of this physical, indulgent world. We know that there's something deeper. We know that. But if we are to comport ourselves in accordance with something deeper and with something greater, it means that we're going to have to practice a great level of restraint and turn away from temptations and vices and decadences that give us cheap happinesses. So what we decide to do is we decide to say, no, let's take away the moral standard, because if I take away the moral standard, I don't need to feel guilty because I don't hold myself to a standard. The moment you hold yourself to a standard, when you break that standard, you feel guilty. You feel like you've sinned, and that hurts the soul. So what do we do in today's society? We remove the standard that we live by so that we can do whatever we want we can do whatever we want without having to feel guilty for the things that we do. But that tarnishes the soul, which then has a major toll on the physical and the mental. Because we are not just physical beings. We are physical beings with souls. We are physical and spiritual beings. And if those two do not align, that's when you get a society that is very torn apart and depressed and has no purpose. Anyway, carry on.
不用闪躲，为我喜欢的生活。不用粉墨，就站在光明的角落。我就是我，是颜色不一样。
beautiful song, man.
孤独的沙漠里，一样盛放的赤裸裸。我就是我。
Beautiful. Just look at the lighting in there, my god, that's beautiful. Look how beautiful that looks.
结果，孤独的沙漠里，一样盛放的赤裸裸。
Great way to finish that. Amazing. Amazing. There we go. Jeez, that was a long video over here. What are we at? We're almost on 50 minutes. 50, man. But that was awesome. I actually really enjoyed that medley of songs. And I did say I wasn't going to pause, but I did pause in a couple of things. Just thought I wanted to say a couple of things. But yeah, man, you guys let me know what you think. That's a fairly long reaction, so I'll probably drop. Usually I do like a half an hour between reactions. This one I'll probably drop this one first, and then afterwards I'll drop a 30-minute. I'll do an hour and then drop the next reaction. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.